I'm hungry.
Multiplication and division must be done in order from left to right before you do any addition or subtraction. So you must do 2 times 6 to get 12, and then divide by 4 to come up with 3. So now you do 3 plus 3 plus 2, which is 8. On this problem, you should do 12 times 2 to get 24, and then divide by 8 to get 3. So you have 5 plus 3 minus 3, which is 5. You have to do multiplication and division in order from left to right. So there it is, there and there. So you would do 6 times 2 to get 12, and then 8 times 2 to get 16. And now do 12 times 4 to get 3, and 16 times, or divided by 4, to get 4. Answer should be 7. Everybody had this one. The answer is 1. You should do 5 minus 3 to get 2, and you'll still have to square that. And then over here do 2 plus 1 to get 3, and you have to square that. Do the exponents now. 2 squared is 4, and 3 squared is 9. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 27 is 35. Pick a number from 1 to 10 and drop it off with your last name on it. Winning number is, should be 5. Alright. So we were practicing division and subtraction yesterday. So for today, we'll start off with long division and subtraction. Here's the first example. You must be able to subtract a problem like this. 3, 7, 5, 4 minus 1, 9, 6, 5. What is my first move on this problem? Yeah.
You would borrow from the 5, make it a 4, and make the 4 a 14.
Right. Borrow from the 5, make it a 4, and make the 4 a 14. So what is 14 minus 5? 9. Okay. So now we have a phone call. So you would have the 4 and subtract 6. You can't do that. So you have to borrow from the 7, make it a 6, and then make this a 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. And then when you come back over here, 6 minus 9 can't be done without getting a negative. So borrow from here, make it a 2, and this becomes 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. 1789 is the answer. We're going to take a look at rounding really quick. If I had 376.215 and I told you to round to the tenths place, can you tell me what number is in the tenths place now? 2 is right, because this is the tenths place. what number would I have to look at in order to judge whether or not that 2 will become a 3?
The hundredths.
Hundredths place, right, which is the one to the right of it. What must that number be in order for the 2 to go up?
5 or higher.
It's got to be 5 or higher, that's right. It's 1, so what's my answer for this?
376.2.
That's right, 376.2. On this one I have 159.673, and I want you to round to the ones place. Can you tell me what number is in the ones place? 9, yeah. What number do I need to look at to see if 9 must be rounded up?
The 6.
The 6. Is the 6 high enough for me to round that 9?
Yeah.
Well, if I round that 9, what does it become?
10.
It becomes a 10, right. So in other words, I've got to put a 0 down. Well, if that becomes a 10, what happens to the 1? Because I got to put a 10 down, but I can't write 10. I only have enough room for one digit in this place here. So what happens to the 1 that's on the 10? It goes somewhere.
It goes in the sixth place. The 6th place.
Nope, it wouldn't go back to the right. It would go over to the left, and you would add it to a number. Add it to the 5, yeah. 5 plus 1 is 6, and then that 1 stays the same. You're rounding that to really 160. 159.6. This is over 5, so we've got to take this whole thing up just 1. One number higher than 159 is 160. These are the decimal places. And instead of numbers, I've put letters. A is what place?
Hundreds.
Hundreds, with an S. And B is what place?
Tens.
Tens. And C is what?
Ones.
Ones. Or you could just write ones. What about D?
Tenths.
Tenths with THS. What about E?
Hundredths.
Hundredths, THS. And F?
Thousandths.
Thousandths, yes. We just practiced several times, about 7 to be exact, a quiz over place values and the names of them. So here is a number, 325.673, and if I ask you what number is in the ones place, it is what?
5.
5, right. What number is in the hundredths place?
7.
7. And what number is in the hundreds place? 3, yes. On this problem, you're going to be given a decimal, and I will underline what place you are rounding to. So if I do this, you're rounding to the what place?
You'd round to the tenths.
Tenths place, which means you look at what number?
The hundredths.
The hundredths place. And if that's 5 or higher, then you do what to the 2?
You'd go up 1.
Go up 1.
Make it a 3.
So 436.3.